Oh, good morning, everyone, all the motovloggers and all you ladies and gents out there in the world. Good morning to you. Thanks for coming along for the ride. This is DirtHog365, and we are sinking the planet. And I don't know if you just heard that, but there was this big boom across the world. I think the whole world just shook a little bit. We are out here in Winston, North Carolina. So we're sinking the planet. Document Rides put this video out a couple weeks, months ago about sinking the planet and getting everybody interested, weather permitting, to come out, take a ride. We'll all ride together, no matter where you are in the world. And excuse me, I think I might swallow a bug there. So sinking the world starts at 12 p.m. Paris time. So here in North Carolina where I'm at, that's 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it continues all over the world. I think XXX Deadhead out in California is part of the Sink the Planet. I think it's 3 a.m. his time. Not really sure, but we're all riding together, unified. And that's the way ultimately I think we all should be, no matter what we ride. If we ride a dual sport, or if we ride a leader bike, or if we ride a Harley, it doesn't matter what you ride, fellas, ladies and fellas. It doesn't matter what you ride, it matters that you ride. And that's the only thing that should ever matter. We should come together in this great community and leave all the stereotypes behind in the past and just enjoy being out here with absolute freedom. Come out here and enjoy something that you're not going to get being stuck inside of a car. But yeah, it's a wonderful thing. It's kind of hard to wrap your brain around it. With Document Rides, we're going to put his channel link, his channel in the description below. We'll just kind of flash it up on the screen a little bit here. And I thought I was going to be late. I really did. I'm resting around last night and forgot to change out my shield. Had the mirror shield on, and yeah, I forgot to change it out. So kind of woke up a little bit late, but I got out here on time, and that's what matters. But I had to get my clear shield on, and so I could see where I'm going. I did adjust my light, my headlamp. I switched over to the LEDs and running lights, and I'm not sure how this is going to show up on camera, but I switched them all out, and I had to make a few adjustments, and I think it looks good. I think it looks very, very, very good, actually. So this is awesome to know that motovloggers all over the world are absolutely riding at this very same time, doing what they do best, and that's vlogging. It's crazy to wrap your mind around it. And it is a beautiful morning here in North Carolina. I'm not sure about whereabouts you guys are and how your ride's going, but I hope it's beautiful. Ride safe out there, fellas. Keep the rubber on the road and the fire in the eye. So as far as topics, what I want to talk about is something that's kind of that came up to light in the media not too long ago, and then it just kind of got just kind of got swept underneath the rug. And it's an ongoing thing, and I think it's being handled internally from what I can understand, and why really nobody else is involved in things. But it's PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, and I find this topic near and dear to my heart because it mostly affects war veterans of war, those that served in the military. Why is this car on my butt? I'm a veteran myself. I know a lot of other guys that ride are veterans. And you know, it's one of those things. Thankfully, I was not in a wartime situation, but I know guys that have been and were in that situation and actually have PTSD to some form or another. PTSD sways. I mean, it all depends on how much wartime you saw and how deep it's ingrained in you. Because we as men, we know this, is that our bodies could be strong, mind is strong, but then there's that internal thought that's in our head that we can't get rid of, and it's there, it's always there. And that's the denial of the situation, and it's something that we package up, put it in a box, put it in the back of our minds. We try not to think about it, but somehow it keeps reoccurring over and over again. And you know, we should be able to deal with that. And it's not because you're soft or because you're not tough. It's because you are tough, and you know, it's a psychological thing. But before I go too much further, PTSD has been around way longer than the Gulf War, the Vietnam War, way longer. It's been around since war began, since war was around. And it's been an interesting journey when it comes to what has been said, or what I've read, just researching PTSD. And there was an Egyptian warrior that had said before battle, you're standing on the verge of running away. The hair stands on top of its ends, and your soul lay heavy in your hands. And that's war. I mean, war is war. There's nothing pretty about it. There's nothing, you know, it's bad, terrible stuff. But when you're forced into doing something like war, and being a part of it day in and day out, we as humans psychologically aren't meant to kill each other. And those that do kill each other, those that take some sort of pleasure in killing each other, already have some psychological problems there as they are. So it's just, but I don't want to get into the psychology of things. I don't want to take this beautiful right away to getting into the psychology of how the mind works and all that kind of stuff. I do want to get everybody's attention into saving our veterans, saving these young, brave men and women that suffer from PTSD. Just an odd number of, actually it was an amazing number that I came across about the VA's budget for last year, was something like $89 billion. I'll go back to my notes and make sure that's correct, and if it's not, I'll pop it on the screen. But of all the vets that came, of all the soldiers, of all the military personnel coming in, the VA, whether or not they came in for PTSD or not, if they just came in for a checkup and just had mentioned it in talking, they would issue them psychotropic drugs. And that's a kind of a hard word to get your mouth around, but psychotropic drugs. And the number one side effect from the psychotropic drugs is suicide. That's the number one side effect. And that's why our veterans, our military men and women, sons and daughters, wives and husbands, are committing suicide when they get back, and it pains me. It really does. And we're not taking better care of them as Americans. Basically, as Americans, we're not taking care of our men and women that have come back from war to do what they were asked to do, and they did it, and they survived, and they came back, and now it's time to help them. Now it's time to embrace them and let them know it's okay. Let them know that they're home, they're safe, and that we got their back now that they had our back. Okay, you're not turning in front of me. And that's what it's about. Yeah, we have the VA. Yeah, we have, you know, benefits as being military members. But none of that compares to the appreciation that I get when people find out that I'm a veteran. And them saying, thank you for your service. That to me is far beyond any paycheck, any disability, anything monetary. You can't buy that. And I wouldn't want to buy that. So, to you, to all those out there still listening to my rambling voice, thank a veteran. Find a veteran, thank him or her for her service or his service. It takes a moment of your time, and it'll mean the world to them. We've got to fix this VA system. We've got to get this whole bonus program out for small waiting periods. We've got to do so much and stop using so much daggone money. Holy Moses. It just amazes me how much money's wrapped up inside this whole thing. The weather it's beautiful as well as cloudy, but it's still beautiful. I don't know if you can see the moon's up there somewhere. I don't know how it's gonna look on camera. It's overcast. You can see the sky, but it feels so good. It's what does the temperature gauge say? Right around 62, maybe 63. Maybe, yeah, somewhere in there. I can't really tell. I am really interested to see what the VA is doing now, or excuse me, what the government is going to do now with the VA, and how they're going to handle this whole situation. I think this place will do. Just fine. Let's get a picture. Get a picture of me. Let's get a selfie so that you can see. Can't see my password. I'm not going to let you see my password. Taking a picture for Instagram. Hey, that looks pretty good. Solid. I like it. It's going to Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, it's Instagram/DirtHog365. Go check it out. I try to do as much pictures as possible and sync the planet. Go back. Man, that was quick, man. Cheese crackers just instantly liked my photo. That was awesome. And off we go again. Sink the planet, y'all. We're sinking it. I'm sending good vibes to everybody out there riding today, riding for Sink the Ride. Sending good vibes to all the riders out there. Ride safe out there, ladies and gents. Keep the rubber on the road and the fire in the eye. This is Dirt Hog. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next ride. Have a good one. Later.